This is Terraria, but if one of us die, all of us die. Last time me and the boys had a lot of problems with Queen Slime and we didn't defeat a single boss, but at least we got most of the way that we needed to get prepared and get all the different gear for hard mode. So today, we're going to see if we can finally defeat some of these hard mode bosses while our lives are tied together. Welcome to Terraria Shared Life. Is this necessary?
Yes, it is.
I'm not so sure about that.
Completely necessary.
Oh no. What armor does everybody have?
I have mine.
Doesn't Winston have palladium?
I think he does still have palladium.
I think we need to get our tank armor.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
That would probably help.
Get armor first.
So first things first, last time I wasn't sure if we actually all had titanium armor after we lost to Queen Slime several times, so I thought that we should at least check who had it. Turns out that our tank, Winston, doesn't actually have full titanium armor. So I went into the underworld and started helping to mine for some titanium, and well, titanium has actually been strangely elusive this entire playthrough, so it struggled a little bit. But after some searching, I finally found a very small deposit and returned home to see how much more we needed, because we did have some titanium, and Winston had the helmet and chest plate, we just needed the greaves. So while I was searching, I actually stumbled upon a natural lava charm chest, which I think is absolutely amazing because those have always been pretty rare, so that was pretty epic. And immediately after, I saw this other chest that looks really, really cool.
I need a lava charm, give me a lava charm.
But
Why? What did you do?
There was a trapped chest and I wasn't paying attention.
I thought, I really thought you might learn from Legendary, but you did not.
Turned out during this entire time that Snake Boy had actually been fishing at the ocean, so I decided to go and give him a visit. Oh, pirate map.
Oh, yay.
That is something we could do.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about me just summoning it right now?
I mean, does anyone need anything from it?
We decided that nobody actually needed anything from it. I mean, what are some of the good drops that you can get from the pirate invasion, other than the pirate minion staff thing, whatever that's called? Everything else just doesn't feel all that necessary from it. But while I was in the tundra looking for ice skates, I think that's why I'm here. We actually have been waiting for rain for a while because we needed another frost core so we could get our summoner the Cool Whip.
It's raining! It's raining!
Oh! Let's all go fight
the snow now.
golem.
Get the Cool Whip.
We did eventually find the ice golem, and it was actually pretty easy to farm when it fell into this little lake here. So our summoner finally had a Cool Whip on hand. That's a cool whip. Yeah, you get It's a cool whip.
I don't like it very much.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
We were still kind of just hanging out a little bit, hadn't really been making any progress, so I decided that I should search for more mage weapons, and I couldn't really think of any in the moment, so I went to the underground desert, thinking you could get the magic lantern kind of thing in just the regular underground desert, but turns out that's not how it works. So I went to one of our corrupt deserts, and we actually had 2 of our 3 deserts corrupted, but neither of them happened to be the one that actually had an underground, which was the important part. But I think there's one part that's even more important, and I need you to see it. Yep, so they might have done some work on it.
Does anyone want to take it?
Please tell me.
Titan glove?
Well, that's a melee.
Oh.
What's up? You said Titan glove?
What the heck?
Thanks.
Hey, he was moving fast. What can I say?
Wraiths are very slow.
That one was zooming. I'll show you the footage. He was zooming. I personally feel vindicated. There you go, boys. Take that. I have proof. I think it was probably just something to do with lag, so I still think that I'm justified. I wouldn't have died to that wraith normally. After spending a little bit of time in the underground crimson just kind of messing around, I realized that Snake Boy was still fishing at the ocean. Well, hello, fisher boy. What are you trying to get again?
Water walking boots.
Oh my goodness, stop. It's not happening. It is not happening.
It's a 10% drop from seaside crates.
Yeah, and how high of a chance are seaside crates?
I've gotten 1 seaside crate.
Exactly.
Oh, we don't have a mithril anvil, do we?
Little did I know that this was going to be the first signs of an addiction that Snake Boy would fall victim to. And with all these different distractions, I would have thought that Winston had gathered enough titanium to get himself full armor, but it turned out that was not the case.
I forgot you need a or a calcum pickaxe to get titanium.
All right, wait, you don't have it?
No, I have.
So you've been searching for it, but haven't been.
You just found titanium.
Yeah.
This is why what I'm doing is not a waste of time. This is gonna take a while.
Well, maybe if you were helping. So I went to help Winston mine the titanium because apparently he wasn't going to be making himself a proper pickaxe in order to mine it. I also discovered that you really shouldn't go to the underground desert to mine titanium. And of course, Snake Boy was still at the ocean. Have you gotten
I love
any, and I mean like any more ocean crates?
Oh no, I haven't. It only takes one though, right? Just one.
Yeah, just one. Well, we left him to his fishing, do whatever he was doing, and we played around a little bit with some of these target dummies to see just how much damage our weapons do, and I think the titanium sword might actually be better than the Knight's Edge, at least in certain situations. That was primarily what we were testing there. But we decided to sleep because we actually wanted to finally fight Queen Slime again and see if we could defeat her. I am loving these jumping spiders, though.
They're dancing.
That is low-key terrifying.
It's like random dancing from iCarly.
I feel like I'm epic. I feel like I'm at the club right now.
Dancing.
When the morning came, we summoned Queen Slime for the first boss fight of the session. And it was going relatively well. We were actually doing a pretty good job on putting a sizable dent in her. We got into the second form, which we didn't often get into the last time. But we still weren't able to quite beat her. And it didn't take long after the first defeat for Snake Boy to return to the ocean. Snake Boy, what?
Can I help you?
Stop fishing! You'll never get it. You'll never get it. It ain't
I don't know how to stop. I don't know.
If you or a loved one is experiencing non-stop fishing disorder, make sure to call the 1-800-Terraria Fish hotline. Some of you may think that fishing is a good way to get yourself some water walking boots. Don't do it. Don't do it like Snake Boy is doing. We summoned Queen Slime again, and this fight was actually going even better than the last one. We were getting some good dodges, we were doing a good job at keeping some of the minions away, and we were actually getting her pretty low. Oh, come on!
Where's the nurse at?
We're only at 7,000, guys.
Winston's
Soloing
almost dead.
the
Go
boss.
heal Winston.
No, I literally, like, she was on top of me. Hang on.
Okay. Oh, that's
She's
not
not
good.
following you right now.
No!
No! Come on, man!
No!
Get him, spiders!
I
No!
was just about to teleport home.
Gone.
No! We were so close on that run, and oh my goodness, Queen Slime needs to be moved past the mechs, I swear, because she is actually not that easy. Now, I think that she's actually a lot easier when it's just one person as opposed to 4 people, and I guess if it wasn't shared life, maybe it wouldn't be as hard. But you know, when you're fighting a boss with the health of 4 people, and none of you are allowed to die, or you all lose, that adds a certain level of difficulty that you won't understand unless you try it yourself, because you're reliant on everybody else doing just as well as you are doing. And if you are the one who's failing, then, well, you are a failure. And you definitely feel like one. We're even getting a little frustrated, so we are fighting her at night, and, well, that didn't go very well either.
There's 2 slimes.
Oh!
I was trying to kill those slimes so they wouldn't kill the NPCs.
What do you say about moving to a different point? So we did decide that at the very least we were going to take a break from Queen Slime, and we also realized that the Daedalus Stormbow might be helpful with Queen Slime, especially with some of her minions, and it would be helpful with some of the mech bosses. So me, Billy, and Winston went to go get a Daedalus Stormbow for our ranger, Snake Boy.
Hey, guess what Drake is?
What are you talking about?
Snake Boy?
I happen to get 4 more bait from my
Snake
crate. I have
boy?
to use it up.
No, you don't. So while the 3 of us farmed to get some Souls of Light so we could summon some more of our hollowed mimics, our ranger, the one whose weapon we were trying to get, was still fishing. Also, Billy decided that we should fight the Wall of Fresh again. I forget why, but I mean, we did end up fighting it again, and then we just so happened to get a certain drop that is very nice.
Guys, guess what I got?
Yeah, you're welcome.
You did not get a goat skull.
I got the goat skull.
Mine.
You
I
jerk!
Also,
No!
firecracker.
I want.
Can I have both of those things?
Who
I want the
wants?
goat skull.
Who wants the goat skull?
I want all of
Please.
those things.
What
Here,
are you
I'll-
going to offer for the goat skull?
I have
I
a
will
wall
give you a
of
metal
fresh
detector.
toffee.
Oh,
I have a Philosopher's Stone, a
Oh,
relic.
I already have. I didn't have a trophy though.
Yeah.
I will give you a metal detector.
I don't have a unicorn steed.
Well, I'm gonna
Yes, you
put
do.
it right
I
here.
do not. This is. I have a regular horse.
It looks
Let's
like
go!
No.
Congratulations.
Why can't I have a good mount?
though?
I just have a regular horse. I am not upset. Not upset at all. I really want to. I just have a regular horse. I move so slow compared to the other boys in this, and it's really, it's really frustrating. And apparently, they think I have a normal unicorn. With that aside, it turns out that Winston has actually been a very bad influence on Billy. Have we not had enough of the bunny genocide?
No.
Billy, why must you join the Winston? Why?
It doesn't have to be like this, Billy. You can get better.
Yeah, exactly.
I
There's a
am
time-
Better.
I am staler of Stale and Staler, okay? I am part of it.
Listen.
Let's summon this thing.
There was a time when I was
Summon it.
uncontrollably fishing for water walking boots. That was a long time ago. But I
Yeah,
got
like
better.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
A long time ago.
If you or a loved one is experiencing bunny killing disorder, we did decide that we wanted to fight one of the mech bosses instead of Queen Slime again because, frankly, we were getting a little tired of Queen Slime, so we went to sleep so we could get to the beginning of the night.
Excuse me, we're spooning. Back.
Okay.
Sorry, Snake Boy. Sorry that I said the wrong word. Anyways, we did end up sleeping through the rest of the night. We actually had to sleep through an entire day as well because we were already like halfway through the night when we first started. So we decided to do that and we summoned the twins. Finally, we were fighting one of the mechs and we really wanted to defeat a boss today because, oh my goodness, we have not been doing so hot lately. Funny thing is that I actually learned that I kind of like killing Rhett first from AI in my whole ChatGPT series. So check that out if you haven't checked it out already. And that was definitely not something that I thought I would learn. But which of the twins do you tend to take out first? Do you take out Rhett first or Spaz first? And let me know why too. And there we go, second form Rhett.
Alright, I'll try to keep Spaz on me, because he's on me right now.
Turns out that Spaz was actually focused on Billy like a laser, so Billy was the only one fighting Spaz, while the other three of us were taking on Rhett altogether. And it still took quite a while to take it out. The amount of health that these bosses have when there's 4 people is insane. Alright, one down. Guys, we're going to first try the twins after like 10 tries
why
of
would
Queen.
you say
I'm
that?
telling you, the Queen Slime is so much harder.
The
Although
Queen Slime
Spazzy
really
Phase
is.
2 is
Alright, Spaz Phase 2. Spaz Phase 2 is actually very terrifying with 4 people because it can change who it's targeting, it feels like, mid-dashing, so you can feel safe, and then all of a sudden you're within reach of its fire breath. But we actually were able to dodge it consistently. You can just never ever let your guard down.
no.
Any one of us, and it's over. 30, 10.
Okay.
Come on.
He's toast.
Yes!
Let's go.
Finally, we got a win, guys!
That's so much easier than Queen Slime.
That was so much easier. I want to try the magic harp. I gotta try that. Oh wait, oh, never mind. Rainbow Rod.
Rainbow Rod is awesome.
Rainbow Rod.
Just
Rainbow
turn
Rod.
off,
I actually don't think I've used Rainbow Rod ever since the overhaul that changed it. I think that was all the way back at 1.4, but I just haven't played Mage in quite a while, even though Mage is one of my favorite. And even if I did, I probably didn't make it because I've never been a fan of the Magic Missile line or what have you. I never thought they were very good, but Rainbow Rod's pretty epic.
Let's get the old cram.
No, Snake Boy.
What, is there a
Snake
problem?
Boy,
Look, it's daytime
get
right now. What
away
do you
from
want
the
from me?
ocean.
No.
You need
Can't
help.
make me.
You need help.
I'll get help once I get water walking boots.
Trying to annoy him enough that he'll stop fishing. Stop.
That's not
Stop
gonna
it.
work.
Snake Boy,
Stop.
you need
By the
help.
way, are you using a fletch catcher?
Yes.
You can buy a mechanical rod.
Yeah, you can buy a mechanical rod. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Once it turned nighttime again, we returned to our arena, and we were going to defeat a second mech. And boy, were we excited, because after Queen Slime and bashing our head against that for like hours, we just wanted to be able to defeat some bosses once again. Skeletron Prime, a lot of people actually say is the easiest mech, and I'm curious as to which mech you fight first, which one you think is the easiest. I always think that the Destroyer is the easiest boss, and maybe that's because I've played the game for so long and he's been the easiest for a while, and that he was actually pretty easy to cheese way back when. But with multiple people, the amount of drones you summon is kind of scary, so we decided for Skeletron Prime first. All right, here we go. Woo!
Oh.
Harp!
Oh,
Face the music! Do you get it? So face the music because it's a I can't help myself.
Our
Snake
boss
boy.
summons are not.
Oh no!
Our boss summons are consumable, Snake Boy.
What just happened?
Hey, Snake Boy.
Billy, this is like the first time I've died this stream. I just want to point that out.
Our boss summons are consumable.
That's actually one thing we hadn't thought through that much. Skeletron Prime is pretty good at targeting certain people and is definitely going to go for you. So if you're the one who's being targeted, it's a lot harder, it seems, to go to the nurse and heal. But it was still pretty early in the night, and we know that Skeletron Prime is really beefy. He's a unit, especially with multiple people. So we didn't want to risk running out of time in the night to fight Skeletron Prime again, so we tried our hand against the Destroyer. And remember that whole probe thing I mentioned before?
Okay.
There's so many probes!
Yeah.
Probes now.
Oh, there goes
nurse is gone. All right, Rainbow Rod clears the probes. All right, probes are gone. More to Destroyer. We kept on fighting the Destroyer, and of course our nurse died very early on. So we didn't have the nurse strat that would let us heal mid-fight, which was quite a big deal. All the others, we could theoretically use the nurse, but with the Destroyer, that was not an option because he immediately killed the nurse. Granted, we could have moved her somewhere else and done some sort of teleporting stuff, but we were kind of rushing to it with the night. We didn't want it to end, so we didn't have time to properly set up, and frankly, we didn't think about it. Oh no.
Thorben?
Oh, Thorben, please. Just
flying.
Like,
I'm
leave the
flying
fight.
out. The Rainbow Rod is absolutely epic with multiple people. I was able to just kind of stand off in the distance while I was really low on health and just ping it from a distance, or at least I assume I was pinging it. I didn't have a DPS meter, so for all I know, I wasn't actually doing any damage at all. But when I got a little bit of health back, I returned, but immediately got hit again, so I ran back out.
Oh,
that's so low.
Come on.
Oh,
Winston.
2 of you.
I love, oh, this is zombie.
Oh, come on.
Armor.
We're getting it so close. We were getting so close. The Destroyer was going to go down. Because I'm off in the distance,
low.
so he's not even attacking me. Oh, he's
My
coming
gosh,
at
we're
me.
so close. No! What?
What? In my defense, this is what I was looking at. Because the Destroyer went underground, I was looking at the minimap to see where he was and to expect when he was going to come up. And if you look at the minimap and you look at when I got hit, they are not in the same place. So I think there's a little bit of lag or a little bit of something, or else I would absolutely have dodged that. We probably would have defeated the Destroyer. But unfortunately, we did lose that fight, and a solar eclipse actually happened in the morning. We were going to try to get that little scythe thing, but for whatever reason, those weren't spawning. Maybe that's something that only comes after you defeat all the mechs. I thought one mech was enough to change things, but I guess not, so we weren't able to get anything interesting from the solar eclipse. It was also during the solar eclipse that Snake Boy mysteriously disappeared. He was AFK, and he's actually the host of the world, so his character was just kind of standing there, and we were hoping that his computer wouldn't go to sleep or something and the whole server would close. So while he was gone, we kind of just messed around a bit, and he was gone for quite a while. So I went to the jungle to gather us some life fruits, figuring it would be helpful for defeating the mechs a bit easier. I don't really know for sure what the other guys were doing, but there was a blood moon, and we kind of fought the blood moon for a little bit, and I helped them farm that ever so slightly because Winston wanted banana rings. So, I mean, why not? We had a bunch of time on our hands. And while I also spent some more time in the jungle finding us more life fruit, the other guys started working on some other projects, making sure that we were ready for the future, because while Snake Boy wasn't there to help us fight bosses, we figured that we might as well do some of the stuff that sometimes you don't end up doing in multiplayer run-throughs because you're just trying to beat the game when you're all together sometimes. And we also decided that we might as well farm the Old One's army a little bit. Granted, we're not in the best situation to do that because it had updated to the 2nd difficulty, and that wasn't great, especially since it was buffed for 4 people and there's only 3 of us. Billy was also being a little impatient. Oh, wait a minute. We should, how many defender medals do you, because we should,
What are we doing? It.
I don't even have a staff. We need the staffs.
Oh.
Dude, we are going to be toast. Like, that is not even a question. So that went about as well as you would expect, but we did actually end up making it all the way to Wave 4 without any of the Old One Army staff things, or whatever they're called as a group.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's shared life.
Hey, but we did all get a Defender medal.
Let's go.
We decided that it might actually be a smart idea to make the Old One's Army arena a bit better, because it wasn't really optimized, so we got to work on making a little bit more of a proper arena. And after that, of course, we decided to fight the Old One's army some more, and we actually did defeat an ogre this time. We ended up getting the little sword thing that it drops, but, I mean, hollowed sword, gun gear are better than that sword. Does that sword actually have a use? Is it good for much of anything? What point in progression would it actually be useful? Let me know, because we didn't find a use for it. Is there something special about it? I don't get it. We kept on fighting the Old One's army a little bit because we wanted to get the bow and we wanted to get the mage weapon, but we just weren't able to get very far in it without dying. So we gave up after a while and got back to making sure that the crimson wouldn't spread into our home. And after helping them with that a little bit, Billy kept on working on it because there was some underground stuff that still needed to be done. I went back to the jungle to keep on gathering more life fruit. And slowly but surely, more and more time passed, and it was quite a long time. I think Snake Boy in the end was gone for an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, but he did finally return, which means it's on to the mechs, guys. We can finally fight them again, and this is going to go well, I think. We're coming close to the end of the session, we're running out of time, but we had 2 more mechs to defeat, and gosh darn it, we are going to beat them.
Oh my god, why?
Just for
Wait,
fun.
did someone spawn it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's vibrations.
Oh
no!
no!
We might get both. Medusa!
guys! Maybe we were going to defeat them because we just so happened to get that message at the perfectly wrong time. But it's okay. We could still maybe defeat them, and maybe the destroyer won't actually spawn. This doesn't happen often enough that I'm not entirely sure if it would spawn. So we're going to focus on Skeletron Prime and see if we can finally defeat it.
Oh, yes, it definitely is why I'm thinking about it. Oh,
goodness.
Oh, come on.
Well, now we get destroyer.
I don't think he's gonna come since we're all dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out I'm a bit of a failure, but we moved on to the destroyer because we still had plenty of time left in the night.
Oh, well.
Oh, that was
That was
Hey,
great.
Winston? You want to talk about it, buddy?
No, I don't think he does.
You tried like 50 times.
It's okay. You don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, so we are doing a whole lot worse this time, and it was not going very well. The pirate invasion actually came the next morning, so we fought the pirates for a little bit, barricading ourselves inside and using all of our weapons that shoot through doors. And apparently we all actually had one that did that, so that was very, very handy. Well, except maybe Winston. I forget if he had a weapon that would do that. But we fought the pirate invasion, and I mean, there isn't really much there that you can get. So we did that. And then we moved back on to fight the Destroyer. I forget why we decided to fight that one first, but that's the one that we ended up fighting. And it didn't go very well. Oh no. Oh no. Oh,
come on, Noah.
how are we doing so much worse now? How are we doing worse indeed? We got so close to defeating the Destroyer earlier, but now we just couldn't handle it. And Skeletron Prime was enough of a problem too. And even though the night was already part of the way done, we decided we might as well fight Skeletron Prime one last time to see if we could defeat one more boss before the session ended.
I'm not fast enough.
Oh,
I tried. I wasn't fast enough. I couldn't get away.
Well, that wraps up the 4th session. Pre-hard mode, we cleared out so many bosses so quickly. We did a pretty good job, but once you get into hard mode, man, the math changes like nobody would have thought it did. This is turning out to be a lot more difficult than I had suspected that it would be. And, well, we're going to see how things go. If you've never tried Shared Life, or if you have some friends who really want to challenge, this is the way to go, because my goodness, Shared Life is quite difficult.